In this overview, I will go through the general steps I took to overhaul a reporting environment. The source system has descriptions that would not work well on reports due to inconsistent spellings, incorrect spellings, or wrong or outdated information. So the first step in the ETL load is to check for new codes and any accompanying descriptions. This information is then loaded into the matrix and users are sent a message alerting them to the new value, at which time the users will then go in and do any necessary corrections to that information. After the matrices have been updated, the main ETLs perform. The DW is where the extract from the source system is held. There are a number of stored procedures that are ran to shape the data for our reporting needs. This really should be in an SSIS package, but due to some security constraints, it's not currently possible. So instead, an SQL job was set up to automatically execute the stored procedures. Sometimes the data is just plain incorrect and needs to be overridden. There are tables where the override is maintained and applied at ETL runtime. Set up like this helps for auditing purposes by keeping a record of the original value and the override value. The information is ETL into two main tables. Views, or if you want, subtables of the original two tables are then created based on the reporting needs. This allows for a cleaner and more secure reporting experience by only exposing the information required for the job or report at hand. If you recall, I started the video by talking about the matrices, and this is where that comes in. When views or subtables are built, information is pulled from the matrices to facilitate consistent reporting. For example, if there were multiple values in the academic career field, such as UGRD, undergrad, all lowercase, undergrad, all uppercase, or undergrad because of misspelling, the view would include a field that would be pulled in that would replace the inconsistencies, and only the one name of undergrad will be displayed in the reports. However, there might be requirements where the original values would need to be shown. So in that case, that field can also be included in the view when the view is built. Users will then connect to the appropriate view with tools such as Power BI, Tableau, Excel, MS Access, or even custom applications. I prepared a document that describes what each of the views are and what's in each view to help users decide which view is most appropriate for their needs. Just a few last sentences about the matrices. I talked about users being able to go in and manage the descriptions. This is done, in this case, via a web-based front-end interface, but it can also be easily done via a customized desktop application or via a tool like Microsoft Access. Once connected, users will be presented a list of the matrices that they're able to view, edit, delete, depending on their level of access. I also implemented a development, user testing, and production process. On the development servers, users are free to connect and develop whatever they want. Once their development is finished, they would let me know and I would migrate the work to the testing server following all their provided instructions. Others are then recruited to connect to the work on this server and validate the information or work. Once testing is complete and the necessary changes are made, the work is then moved to the production server. Since production means a wide audience might be viewing, it's critical to follow some basic guidelines. The work isn't moved until a document outlining, for example, the dates and times of the testing process, who was involved, Were subject matter experts consulted? Was there sign off from the data stewards? Who's the sponsor of this work? What support is in place? Questions like these are critical for putting a production system together. So I created a document that each user would fill out before their work is moved into production.